Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovely Tea TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovely Tea TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Amber Rose is definitely feeling herself, child. Her and Nick Cannon are talking about the Republican Party. She says that white people should be free to use the N-word. Amber Rose is doing the most. So let's start with the clip where they're talking about the Republican Party. So we're going to start with this clip and then we'll watch the clip about the N-word. All right, so let's go ahead and watch this here.
Like, Trump has always been known, like, before people was hating on him, like, he would be at all the events with, like, Russell Simmons and all the black parties.
Yeah.
Like, he fuck with black women, like...
He had black girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Publicly.
Like, Trump has always been... that nigga was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep. He didn't have to do that.
But when he got political, that's when, you know, people start putting the racist jacket on.
It's all propaganda.
I honestly don't think he's racist. I think he's Trumpist.
Here's the thing. If Trump was racist, right? Let's say he was pandering just to get the vote.
Yeah.
Right? Why is he still doing shit for black people right now? He could have been like, yo, fuck y'all. I got your vote. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm already in office. I can't run another 4 years. I already did 4 years.
I think it's real dope, the lady he made the pardon czar.
Yes.
He made her he pardoned her and then made her the pardon czar to make sure that anybody who is actually been done wrong by the system, that he appointed her to be able to be like, look, you go out there and find these people for me so I can pardon them.
You know why I love Trump?
I fucked with that.
Trump made me have love for my country. Because when you go around all the Republicans, they're black, they're white, they're Asian, they're Hispanic, and they don't even talk about race, Nick. They talk about being American. You feel so safe in that environment. You can look online, black Republicans, they talk about this all the time. Because people make it seem like because you're a black Republican that they don't even fuck with you.
Right.
You feel so safe and welcomed in those spaces because they're not looking at you like you're black. They're not looking at you like you're
Hispanic. They just looking like you one of us.
You one of us.
Squad, gang.
You gang. You an American, you gang.
Yeah.
So there's a level of comfort and freedom.
Okay. So y'all just heard that. So that was one of their clips that went viral. Amber Rose says white people should be allowed to say the N-word.
First of all, white people should be able to say nigga.
So,
and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, shit.
Because no one, when you really stop giving a fuck about stupid, dumbass words, will stop killing each other. And Nick, it's very different. You know if it says the hard R and they're pointing at you, it's very different than rap lyrics or saying, oh, that's my nigga, that's my homie.
Right.
You
if
know?
somebody's using a term as a derogatory term,
but we know that.
You know the difference between somebody just saying
we're all
smart
enough. We're all smart enough to know what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
So why are we putting so much damage and pain behind? I let my kids curse. They have freedom of speech.
Right.
Why live in America if you don't have freedom of speech? And I let my kids do that. Now, do they say, mommy, fuck you? No.
They bet not.
Do they say, mommy, you're a bitch? No.
Right.
They know what's right and wrong. First of all, white people should be able to say nigga. And I'm going to tell you why.
First of all, Nick and Amber are giving me a fucking headache. She is a weirdo. Again, support who you want to support. Believe in what you want to believe in. But what I don't respect, like, don't play in people's faces. You're sitting here saying all this stuff about, you know, Trump and, you know, the Republican Party and how you feel a lot safer in these spaces. And it's very interesting because there was a lot of agreement from Nick. And I'm like, well, is this an interview? This is clearly how you also feel, Nick, because you're very much in agreement and very much aligned with what Amber Rose is saying. And the reason why Amber Rose is now saying that you feel like white people should be able to say the N-word, that's because you want to say it. And what's very interesting is that for a while, Amber was saying that she doesn't consider herself black. And I don't consider her black. And this is why I've said from day one, stop trying to force people into this black box. She's not full black. She's not even phenotypically black. She has black ancestry, But her mom has a mixed ancestry and her dad is black. Her mom is Cape Verdean. And a lot of Cape Verdean people come from a mixed background. They're African, but they come from a mixed background. Okay? But see, the thing is, Amber Rose claimed black when it was convenient. When she was coming up, you know, she wanted to be seen as black and be seen as a video vixen and, you know, embrace the black features and all that. But then when she got her bag and when she got her foothold, she pulled a Post Malone. That's what they do. Just like Post Malone, Jelly Roll, they came into the black community. They came in via hip hop and black people embraced them. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are, you know, the white homeboys. Y'all are just like us. And then as soon as they get where they want to go, all of a sudden, me no black. Now she's just solely biracial. But see, she wants to be able to say the N-word freely without any type of consequences because of how she phenotypically looks. And people are like, well, Nick should have checked her. Why would Nick check her? Are Nick's kids black? Outside of the one black child he has, Onyx, by the one black model? Of course he's not going to check her. He has a bunch of biracial children. He wants his kids to have the freedom to say the N-word as well. You know, it's just a bunch of foolishness. And what's so funny is that it's always okay to disrespect the black community. You got this racially ambiguous woman saying that white people should be allowed to say the N-word. When Nick even hinted at disrespecting the Jews, they shut that motherfucker down. Okay? Objection. They shut his ass down so much so that his weird ass got on Twitter and was acting like he was about to off himself. Who remembers that tea? Them Jews checked his ass so fucking quick, he was tweeting from heaven with his weird ass. But now he has no problem going in and disrespecting the black community. Make it make sense. Why would you not at least take up and be like, no, you know what I'm saying? I can see you saying the N-word because you're mixed or whatever, but for full white people to be saying the N-word, nah, that's a bit too much. He just let the shit rock. It's like, damn, black man. You not gonna say nothing? But the second Professor Griff said something on his platform about the Jewish community, oh, he was on a hobo tour apologizing. They snatched everything from his ass. But see, you can always disrespect the blacks and there'll be no consequences. That's why people like Amber Rose can come into black spaces, act like they're better than black women. Remember, this is the same woman who got up there and said that there's not any really pretty black women in Philly. All the black women in Philly look rough. It's funny that when she needed to be in black spaces and be around black hip hop and be in black strip clubs, she had no problem embracing the culture. Trump did the same thing. They're trying to get Trump props because he was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air back in the 90s, because he was at, you know, parties with rappers. Yeah, it's called, you know, being an adjacency to other famous rich people. Because one thing about status, it tends to trump race for the most part. Every now and then they'll remind people like a Candace Owens, you're still the N-word. Simmer down, negress. But for the most part, when you're talking about elites and money, they're not too much worried about race too much if the ends justifies the means. A popular TV show that can help my business, yeah, I'll go ahead and slum with the Negroes. Oh, Puffy's what's popping right now in the black community? Yeah, I'm gonna show up at a Diddy party. How is that a benefit to just the average black person in America? That didn't benefit us in any way, shape, or form. So what the fuck are you two talking about? He was partying with rappers and stuff. And that did what for us? Stop letting these people play in y'all's face. And this is why I don't support the likes of a Nick Cannon. They're all grifters. Every last one of them. Wherever the wind blows. Because a few years ago, he was conscious Nick. Walking around with an afro and dashiki. Not one black baby mama. But conscious, talking about the black family. But yet refuses to create a black family. He has one full black child. And he only did that, honestly, because of the backlash. Like, how are you talking about a black family, but none of your kids are full black? And again, nothing wrong with him having biracial children. We're not saying that. What we're saying is shut the fuck up talking about a black family. Either talk about all families or shut up talking about black families when you don't have full black children. That was people's points. Then he ran and got the black model knocked up, and she was a goofy for even entertaining this shit. So now she's a part of the circus. Amber Rose has 2 children by 2 different baby daddies, was smutted out all through the industry, had a slut walk where she was encouraging young girls that it was okay to be a slut. And I was one of the few influencers speaking out against that. I'll be damned if I see one of my little nieces and nephews, my nieces, walking around in a shirt that says slut on it. and it's supposed to be something positive. Oh, just like we turned the N-word into something negative, into something positive. Absolutely not. But now, you see now that grift is dead. All of these girls who are, promoting that culture, that lifestyle, being fast and slutting yourself out and, strip culture and sex work culture. Now they're all reborn again Christians. Now they're all reinventing themselves. Now she is the part of the crew of family values. 2 baby daddy later and being smutted out through the industry. Who would have thought? So it's insane. And even Jocelyn was calling it out on the show. And I'm not no big fan of Jocelyn because Jocelyn has her own issues with colorism and featureism and stuff like that too. But on College Hill, Jocelyn was calling her out. That you keep wanting to reiterate that you're mixed. Okay, we get it. I'm not black, I'm mixed. Okay, we get it. But it's funny that you were black when you needed the black community. And I mean, her and Jocelyn, they got into a physical altercation behind that. And again, I'm not the type of person, I don't put mixed people into a box. I don't consider mixed people black. I think mixed people are mixed. They have the right to claim both of their sides. I don't think anybody has a right to put anybody in one box or say that they're black and that's it. I think mixed people are just what they are. They are mixed. They are biracial because they're going to walk through life differently than somebody who's phenotypically black. And you can say, well, when you get pulled over by police, they're going to see a black person. Everybody's not getting pulled over by the police every 5 minutes. So that's a stupid straw man argument. Some people never have an interaction with the police. Because what happens is y'all want to claim everybody is black. And then when they take black roles, then y'all get upset. This is why now we have this whole discussion where nobody knows what 4C hair is anymore. But I'm here to remind y'all, okay? So Amber Rose can claim to be whatever she wants to be, but she needs to remember how she got into the game. We only know you because the black community supported you.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovely Tea TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovely Tea TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.